When pushing the cord through the polyurethane to start with, always aim for the apex of the corner so that you're not trying to cut out too much polyurethane to start with. Position the hawk as close to the upper part of the windscreen as possible and with enough room to be able to freely rotate your ratchet. When pushing the cord through the polyurethane, make sure not to twist so that the cord that goes up the A-pillar corresponds to the right-hand pulley and the cord that goes along the bottom of the windscreen corresponds to the left-hand pulley. Use the left side pulley to pull in the excess cord and check that the cord is not snagged anywhere around the aperture. Always start the cutout by moving up the A-pillar. If necessary, put the tool into freewheel mode to help start the cutting. Slowly move up the A-pillar, protecting any trims, and cut round the top corner, stopping just after the corner. This gives the tool some anchorage for when you start cutting out the bottom. Cutting out the A-pillar, move the tool to the opposite side as near to the A-pillar as possible, remembering to keep enough room for your ratchet to freely rotate if possible. Once you've moved the tool, cut out the top part of the windscreen before cutting out the bottom part. Always remember to keep as tight an angle as possible, as that facilitates the cutting of the cord through the polyurethane. Cut along the top of the windscreen and stop just before the corner, creating a 90-degree angle between the tool and the cord. This supports the tool, so reducing the risk of twisting. When you lose the cutting angle, this is when generally cutting becomes heavier and the cord gets tighter. Always remember you can use the freewheel setting or the braked setting on the tool to facilitate getting round corners. Finish cutting up the A-pillar until the cord is level with the central pulley. Once that position is achieved, swap over pulleys and finish cutting round the top corner and down the A-pillar until the windscreen is finally removed. Regularly check all screw settings to make sure nothing's come loose. If the trigger becomes sticky, simply tighten it fully and then back off slightly until the trigger becomes loose again. If it becomes too loose, simply tighten it up a little bit more.